What is the probability of all the outcomes in any sample space? The probability of all the outcomes in any sample space is always equal to 1. Why is that? Because the sample space consists of all possible outcomes. So, one of the outcomes will happen when the experiment is carried out. Since it is a certainty that one of the outcomes will occur, there is a 100% chance of one of the outcomes happening. Let's consider some examples to better understand why this is true. Say you have a fair die with 6 faces. The sample space when rolling this die once is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Those are all the possible outcomes. You want to find the probabilities of getting each of the faces of the die, 1 through 6. When you roll this die, the probability of each outcome, 1 through 6, is 1 over 6. Because for each face, there is 1 favorable outcome and 6 possible outcomes. When you add these probabilities together, you get 1/6 plus 1/6 plus 1/6 plus 1/6 plus 1/6 plus 1/6, which equals 6/6, or 1. Let's look at a different example. You have a pile of candy. You count the pieces and find that 4 are pink and 3 are blue. In total, you have 7 pieces of candy. You want to find the probabilities of picking a pink piece of candy or a blue piece of candy, and what the sum of those probabilities are. Well, for the pink pieces, there are 4 favorable outcomes and 7 possible outcomes, giving you 4/7. For the blue candies, there are 3 favorable outcomes and 7 possible outcomes, which is 3 over 7. When you add these probabilities together, 4/7 plus 3/7, you get 7 over 7, or 1. If you think about it, it makes sense that the sum of probabilities always has to add up to 1. The outcomes in a sample space represent all the possibilities. In other words, there is a 100% chance that one of the events in the sample space will occur. So, the probability of the sample space must be 1. Like shown earlier, when you roll a die, it will land on one of its faces. Or, if you have a pile of candy with pink and blue pieces and pick one at random, you will get either a pink or blue piece of candy. The probability of all the outcomes in any sample space is always equal to 1.